Welcome to another episode of What Did the Patients Say with Doctors Dana and Lauren Brindisi, sisters and owners of Carolina Functional Neurology Center. We are providing you answers to frequently asked questions and bringing you inside information from real conversations we have with patients on a daily basis. Our goal is to spread the truth on health and healing because we believe everyone deserves to know the answers.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of What Did the Patients Say with our patient interview series. My name is Dr. Miret, and I have a guest today. This is my patient, Anne Catherine, and she is taking her out of her day to talk with me and talk with you guys about her experience and treatment going through CFNC for migraines. So thank you, Anne Catherine, for joining us today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to chat with us.
My pleasure.
All right. So to start off, can you share your experience of what brought you into CFNC and how you heard about us?
I have been a lifelong migraine patient. My earliest recollection, I was 10 years old, came home with a headache, the nausea, and the throwing up. That has been the story of my life. And so I've been to multiple different doctors, and I kind of was at the end of my rope. I'm a dental hygienist. And so one day I was talking to one of my patients, and she was telling me about her daughter that had been to a functional neurologist. I had never heard of a functional neurologist before, and I thought, I've tried everything. Maybe I need to try this. So it was through a patient of mine that referred me to CFNC. And so after that, I called you guys up and got started.
Love it. That's great. Can you kind of tell me what other modalities and treatments you kind of exhausted, to that point where you said you were a lifelong migrainer, obviously. So I'm assuming you had seen other providers before that. And I know we spoke about that.
So I've been to 4 different neurologists who tried lots of different things. I tried modifying my diet, cutting out things, adding certain things. I tried preventive medications, several different ones. I mean, probably about 10 different things. I tried a lot of hormone therapy as well. I went through a phase where I did a lot of compounded hormones to try to balance out the hormones so that the shifts, the highs wouldn't be so high and the lows wouldn't be so low, not to try to be the headaches. And all of that really didn't give me much result at all. I even went through a phase where I was in triptan rebound. That was miserable. So I quit taking triptans and lived through just a horrible, horrible situation. So it was just one of those things. I was at my wit's end by the time I made it to you guys. I was really at my wit's end. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, one other thing, I'd also tried a lot of preventive things, the new like the Aimovig and Emgality, and they gave me some relief. Maybe instead of having 12 headaches a month, I had maybe 10, but I still felt like that was too many to be on a preventive medication.
And just to kind of clarify for everyone, were you having, over 12 migraines a month and headaches in addition to that, or was it more just those big migraines?
I consider them migraines because they were in my temple. My left temple is where they always came with, some vision disturbances and just, yeah.
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 Can you tell everyone about your experience at CFNC, and at this point, where are you at with your symptoms?
So I was very impressed with the thoroughness of my initial exam, and the way I was assessed. And I also was very impressed with the idea of, and this was different than any other treatment I had sought before, treating the brain dysfunction, actually treating what was not working in my brain. So I thought that was very impressive. And I also thought it was good that the answer was not more medication. Oh, try this, try that. It was, okay, let's use this little instrument called a Zook that you put in your ear to help address the weather changes. Let's do some exercises to help the biomechanical. Let's eliminate some foods because that's probably doing something too. So it was this multifaceted approach that really, I think for me made all the difference. And as far as where I am now, I went 4.5 months with no headache, which was miraculous. I can't tell you the last time I went 4.5 months with no headache. And so after that, I started weaning myself off the super strict diet, and I would get maybe 1 or 2 a month. I would say now my average is about 2 a month, which is incredible. And a lot of times I can treat those without medication. I can go through the steps that Dr. Miret gave me to treat them without medication. I've had so many headaches just go away, and it's like such a victory for me. And I think people that have migraines would definitely understand what that feels like, to have a headache go away without having to take medication. And every so often I do, like if I'm at work and I just can't do the protocol that I was given, I'll take something. So I don't view that as a defeat. I just view it as, hey, this is just, we're treating something. But overall, I have gotten my life back, and it is, to me, it's just a modern day miracle.
I love it. I love it. So maintenance wise, we're treating at home to get rid of, the 1 or 2 occurrences we're having a month.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you doing to kind of keep these symptoms at bay? Is there anything else you're doing?
Well, I do come in once a month for maintenance visits. I do the exercises. I do the eye exercises. And I also, sometimes I do try to watch more or less what I eat, like if, because I do think I have identified some specific triggers. So as far as food triggers, so I will try to play with that a little bit to minimize. But overall, I think just keeping a good routine of going to sleep at the same time, waking up at the same time, minimizing stress when possible. That has really been a big help. There are a lot of stresses you can't undo, but taking time to just be mindful and not be going all the time. That seems to agree.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And just for our viewers, I know we've spoken about migraine in the past before, and Anne is a great example of that, or Anne Catherine's a great example of that, where there's 4 contributing factors to migraine, right? There's biomechanical, neurological, hormonal, and metabolic factors that contribute to causing someone to have a migraine. And migraines take days in advance to actually begin the migraine cycle. The head pain that you actually experience is toward the end of that cycle. So when migraines are happening so frequently, it gets difficult to understand what is a trigger. And so a multifaceted approach of assessing, and everyone looks different. And as Anne pointed out, that we had biomechanical, we had some neurological, and we had some nutritional things to target. Out of the 4 factors, we had 3, and we had to address them simultaneously to get things from 12 migraines a month down to, well, we had none for a period of time, but 1 to 2, to then understand why are we having these migraines, what actually is a trigger. And it's, I always like to say, it gives your power back. Like, you actually now know what causes
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome. Well, thank you, Anne and Catherine.
You're very welcome.
Chatting with me and chatting with us. And for everyone listening, if you have questions about what we do at CFNC, please leave a comment, or feel free to reach out to us through our website or through our social media platforms. You can visit our website at carolinafnc.com for additional information about what we do and our treatment approaches. We hope you have a great day.